everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So if you haven't already guessed, today we are going to be playing with the new Nomad palette. I can't pronounce this little bit on the bottom, I do apologise. It is the Lapland Finland palette. I did guess this right. It's the first one I've ever guessed right. I was really happy. Really happy, not gonna lie. So yeah, we're gonna do this a little bit different today. So I'm not gonna be doing like 3 looks 1 palette, just because trying to keep up with a consistent video routine is so hard with a 6-month-old who's got a bit of a cough and a cold at the moment. So we're just going to do 1 look today, first impressions, and yeah, dive into what I think about this palette, and then I will come back and do 3 looks 1 palette towards the middle of next week, I think. So yeah, so if you're interested in watching me swatch this palette, get into some looks, well, 1 look, and see my first impressions, then please keep watching. Don't forget to please hit like, please hit subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Already ordered from Nomad before. All their palettes come with a cute little postcard. I absolutely love this one. I do keep all of my postcards. One day hopefully I will be able to put them somewhere properly, but at the moment they're just here in my drawer. And this is the palette. This is so stunning, the way it reflects and through the little Santa, and you know, the little ribbons and snowflakes. I couldn't be more happier with the outer packaging. I will be keeping this box just because it's cute. And on the back we have some descriptions. It tells you the destination, which was Lapland, Finland, and the inspiration was Santa's Village. This is a limited edition. I don't think it's sold out as I'm filming this, but I will go ahead and link it down below if it isn't sold out. So on the back it says, dashing through the snow come these merry colours, formulated with extra fine pigments and cloudberry seed oil to help keep colours as fresh as winter air. A collection of 4 making spirit brights mattes and 5 you can even say the glow shimmers, inspired by the Christmas cheer of Santa's Village. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and where better to spend it than Santa's home. Santa's magical village in Finnish Lapland is filled with reindeer prancing and northern lights dancing. Playing in the snow, drinking warm glogi, and enjoying traditional Finnish Christmas sauna, a feeling of childhood innocence is rekindled, and you will believe in him again. Yes, Santa is real. Of course Santa is real. He's coming down my chimney like next month. So yeah, this has a 12-month shelf life, and it is made in China. Yeah, that's just the outer box, and then we're going to open it. I just love the detail that they put in. Like, there's Santa's little house. Well, I think it is. I'm guessing it is anyway. And it's just stunning. Like, the details that they put in, like I say. And this is the palette. The northern lights just shining through there behind the trees. The stars, the night sky is stunning. Everything about this palette is absolutely beautiful in my eyes. And it's just got a little picture of Santa on the back. So yeah, it's very beautiful. Just has a bit of paper, has a mirror, which we all know I love, and this is the colour story. I have watched some reviews of this palette, and I know that people are saying the shimmers aren't Nomad quality shimmers. You know, they're not as opaque and they don't go on the eye properly. I did speak to Nomad, and they actually said to apply these with a finger. That does not bother me in the slightest. If they're going to show up better with a finger, I'm happy to do so. Dipping in my oily fingers, it could create these to hard pan, so I'm not too sure. But let's get in and let's just swatch the palette. I'm going to insert the swatch now. I'm not going to do a live swatch just because I'm not too sure how long my little girl's going to be asleep. So I'm going to insert those swatches for you now, and then we will get into creating a look. I've seen some people actually using some of these shades as a highlighter, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to dip into the shade What do I think is going to go well on my skin tone? I'm going to dip into the shade Rudolph up here. Seems a little bit glittery, but we're going to see how it works. It's going to be hard to tell if they're going to come across because obviously Nomad said to pick these up with a finger, so we'll see. What is... It's very glittery. I'm not really a glittery highlight type of person. It's very pretty. It's very pink. I don't know if it's going to show up like totally on camera. Is that showing up? Can you see that? It is giving it a really nice glow, to be honest. A little bit glittery, not gonna lie. But it is also very... It is pretty. Okay, that worked. That worked. Do I like it? Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah. So, now to keep it a little bit pinky on the lid, I think I'm going to use the shade Sauna, I think, today. And I'm going to go in with the shade Elf to begin with. Do I do a highlight for my first look? Decisions. So let's just pat this on the outer corner and then we can decide. That is very, very pigmented. One little dip. I love Nomad's matte formula. So I'm hoping that these are that normal, stunning matte formula that we all know and love. Pretty grey. I'm not normally a grey person. This is the first grey that I've probably used here on my channel. I think it might be, guys. I think it might be. I'm just gonna start like blending the edges ever so slightly. I'm gonna go in with that kind of like light grey white shade again. Some people are like, oh, we could have done without this shade. I do like that. I like to know that there's a shade that I can blend out because obviously there's not a lot of red and there's not a lot of green, so I feel like that is a really good shade to add to the palette. It means that you have something to blend out with if you can't just straight up blend the shadow out. So I'm happy about it. Just gonna match this up over on the other eye. So I've tucked this under the eye a little bit. I might have gone a little bit too far out over this side, but we'll figure it out as we go along. So I'm just gonna take a dull beauty brush and I'm just gonna start packing this on the inner corner. Too sure how good these brushes are, to be honest. I don't think I've ever properly used them. I don't like this brush. Let's have a go. Okay, no, it's a little bit better now. You know, when you aren't like used to using a brush, and to be fair, my brushes probably need cleaning. So it's just like grab whatever I can kind of type of brush. So this is kind of where we're looking at the moment. I'm really loving how this grey has packed on. It's really, really nice. I'm just going to go in now, finesse everything, make sure that grey is blended out, and then we'll come in and step into White Christmas, I think. Okay, so now that this is looking like totally crazy and, you know, a bit bizarre, we're going to step into that like whitish, greyish type of colour with a Refa 13, and we're just going to start to slowly blend out the edges. I don't think this would be like a very pigmented like inner corner matte or anything. I feel like all these shades are like, especially this one along with the shimmers, is supposed to be like very soft and just there. If that makes any sense. This is like a nice skin tone shade, so I'm happy about that. It's just blending out that grey ever so easily and effortlessly. So I'm just going to go ahead now and make sure that all the edges have blended out, and then we will come back on and add some shimmer to this halo eye. I'm just going to make sure everything's blended out nicely. I'm going to go back through my colours if the grey just starts to disappear, and then just going to see. I'm really happy with how that's already starting to blend out, give it that kind of like charcoal effect. And of course Santa Cole, what was that shape called? Elf. I'm not too sure if I'd say the elf, the grey, I'm not too sure. Obviously Santa is red and fir tree is green. I probably would have called that coal, to be quite honest. Don't know. Anybody else's thoughts? Like, I'm calling an elf, like a grey elf. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is all blended out nicely, and then we're going to come back and add some shimmer to the lid. So we are back and we are somewhat blended. Like, this one took so long to blend out compared to this one. I don't know what that was. I used exactly the same brushes. I don't know, it just didn't, I still don't feel like it's fully blended now, but this one seems to be a lot more blended. I don't know whether it's just me having a bad blending day, who knows. So I've applied some NYX glitter glue, and we're going to go in with a finger as told by Nomad, and we're going to go in with the shade Sun. It's like a grey purple. I'm going to pick this up on my finger, and we're just going to tap it on to kind of see. Okay. It's it's there, you can definitely see it. I see what people mean, but it is actually a really buildable shade. So, I don't know. I don't know if the colour is quite coming off on my camera. It is very like purple. It's very sheer, but buildable, and it's very pretty. Like, it's just got that little bit of sparkle to it. I think maybe for look number 2 or 3 I might go in. Let's try and pick it up with a brush, just bear with. Okay, so I've got my ref for 28. I'm going to try and pick it up with a brush, just because I don't want to be, I am just gonna swirl. Okay, it's picked up something. Let's give it a bit of a spray. Let's have a look. Just because when I'm looking at this angle, it actually looks like I've got nothing there. And I feel like that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to look like nothing and just twinkle in the lights. It is actually really pretty. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It is very pretty, very opaque. No, sorry, very not opaque. But it looks like a goldy, silvery shade when I turn this way, and then it's got that beautiful purple sparkle. Okay, I really like it. Definitely not brush friendly in any way, shape or form, but oh my god, wow. I'm not even sure if that is going to come off on the camera or if I just look like a weirdo turning my head. But yeah, go ahead and do the other eye, and then we'll finish up. Oh my god, I actually really like the shift in that. Okay, I look insane now, so let's do the other eye. Okay, so I haven't put anything on other than my NYX glitter glue, and we're just going to go straight in and try it with a brush. So obviously I did already have that base down, just swirly, swirly, swirly. It really doesn't actually seem to pick up anything on a brush, but we can try. No, no, that's absolutely terrible. So yeah, these are definitely like finger base shimmers, and then maybe top it up with a brush later. And I'm literally having to dig into the pan, which I don't really like, but for some reason this one isn't going on as like shifty. It's taking a little bit of extra work. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this up, make sure that everything is blended nicely, finish off the rest of my makeup, and yeah, we'll come back with my first impressions when I finally got this shimmer to be on my eye. It's definitely not as, I don't get it. Okay, we'll be back in a moment. So we are back, and this is the completed look. Please let me know down below what you think. I didn't put any lashes or anything on today, just because I kind of wanted you to see what it looked like. Sometimes lashes can overtake the look or make the look different, and I didn't want you to. I wanted you to see what it looked like naturally on its own. For lips, I just put like a glitter lip topper on. It's the mermaid one from I Heart Revolution. So it paired lovely with that somewhat shimmer that is on my lid. For the bottom lash line, I actually went into the shade Peace. Can you actually see that? It's in my inner corner. Let's talk about the palette. Okay, stunning packaging, 10 out of 10. Like, is it as good as the Old Eye packaging? Little part. I really like the packaging. I think it's stunning. The box and everything is cute. The formula, the mattes, this side blended out perfectly. This side seemed to take me a good 10 minutes to just blend out like a basic grey and white, which should be rather simple in my eyes. The shimmers, beautiful highlighter. I absolutely love that, and I think I would really use that highlighter again. I would definitely try Sauna as a highlighter, and maybe even Peace as a highlighter. I think that would work quite well for my skin tone. On the eyes, these shimmers are, they're just lacking. They're really lacking. And it grieves me to say that, because I love Nomad Cosmetics. I really do. But for a first impressions, I have to be honest, I am not happy. Like, I'm not over the moon that I spent money on this palette. Well, I am happy that sorry, I just had a coughing fit. So I am happy that I have the palette. I love Nomad Cosmetics, and I love to support them as a brand, if that makes sense. And the colour story is me. I really love this colour story, and if these shimmers popped as much as I think that they could, and as I know Nomad can do, this would be on par with the Odin's Eye. But Odin's Eye is just, their Christmas collection has blew this out of the water. Like, this is just nothing compared to what Odin's Eye have given us for Christmas this year. And like I say, like, it grieves me to say negative things about the brand, not about the brand, but the palette, because I love Nomad Cosmetics. I love them. I definitely want to do 3 looks, 1 palette. I still want to play around with this palette. I've only literally used like 3 shades today, and I've used like 1 on my face. I definitely want to give like this beautiful green, but again, it's very hard palette. It doesn't really look like it does in there. I'm just not blown away. I'm just really not blown away by this palette. But yeah, I'm going to continue to do 3 looks, 1 palette. If you're happy to see a video, then let me know down below. If you're not really that bothered about seeing a video, if it's not something that you're going to be buying, if it's not something that you've brought, if you just have seen enough of the videos floating around YouTube, let me know and I'll just do them over on my Instagram. I don't know. I just don't know. I love the colour story. I wanted this to be here, and it's such a beautiful highlighter. And then it's so weird because this eye just packs on so beautifully, and I can actually see the shift. But this one again, I don't know whether I've got something wrong with this eye because it just didn't pack on. It's just very lackluster. It's quite disappointing. Next time I don't think I'll put glitter glue underneath. Obviously, as I'm applying it with my finger, I'm probably rubbing all the glue around in it. That might have had something to do with it. So I don't know, I'm going to play around with it some more. I probably will do 3 looks, 1 palette here, or 2 looks at least. Because obviously it is only a £9 palette. But yeah, we'll continue to try. I feel like next time I might put the matte all over my eye and then try and put a shimmer on top. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't get a lot of inspiration now when I open the palette. Now I've used it, I'm kind of like, when I first opened it, I was like, oh my god, I love it, and I really want to, you know, create as many looks as I can with this palette. But now that I've used it, I'm kind of like, oh, okay, is that it? Like, Nomad, what are you doing? Yeah, so that's kind of my review. I mean, I do apologise to Nomad. I know that you're probably never ever going to watch this, but I do apologise because I love you so much. And like, this compared to your last palette, Hudson Valley, no, go back to Hudson Valley shimmers. Go back to Monteverde shimmers. They were so amazing, shifty, sparkly, opaque. That is what we want. That is what we want to see. Okay, so I am done for today. I'm going to go ahead now and shoot off a camera and get some things done. It's a Saturday. I hope that you all enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all next time. Bye.